All right, how's it going today? Uh, you know, I've expressed this a couple of times. It's a scripture in Corinthians, I believe it was First Corinthians, that the prophet Paul stated, and again, I stated this in a video before about athletes. I think it was one of the boxers. I can't think of his name. Charlo. You remember Charlo, the lightweight? But Paul mentioned that athletes must control themselves at all times. And you have to. You have to be able to do that. You have to have rational thought. You have to be able to think and be able to act in pressure situations. Okay? So you could be able to perform at the highest echelon. Furthermore, if you're a leader, you need to disseminate information. Well, number one, set an example. Disseminate the information, that you need and the influence to your followers, and then perform, okay, at a high level with your followers, okay, as well as expecting the rest of the team to perform at their best as well, okay? So I'm gonna make two videos here today. By the way, how's everybody doing today? Nice, crisp, cool day in Las Vegas. I'm gonna make this video about Alvin Kamara. Actually, he's just left. Oh, he's in Las Vegas right now at the regional courts downtown, right here in where I reside currently. He's pleading not guilty, or he pled like 2 hours ago. I was looking at on 8 News Now. That's local channel here, KNTV. Him and two other guys. I can't think of their names, but I do know one of the other guys are 37 years old. Okay, and I'll get back with that later. Okay, because I couldn't stand to see the indictment. I guess that's like the preliminary trials. Okay, in which of a beating, a beatdown that these three guys did with a man at Drais nightclub. That's going to be in the Cromwell here. If you guys are familiar with Las Vegas, you come here a lot, or if you've been to Drais before, okay? Nightclub. They got some of everybody there though too. They'll have athletes, celebrities, rappers that'll come there celebrate. But you'll have like T.I., they'll have Migos when they were together. The Baby, I think Rick Ross and Ja Rule was hit there last week. Ray Simern, and they'll have some of everybody there. Chris Brown, 2 Chainz, and who's the other guy? Future, the one that brags about doing drugs and don't do drugs. But anyway, not guilty, and that trial will be held January 31st with Alvin Kamara and 2 other guys. Man, they beat this guy down so bad. You can actually see the tape, okay? You can see the video. These guys beat this dude down like in an elevator or outside of an elevator, and then they bragged about it inside of a car. You know what I'm saying? I guess in a limo, or there was in a Tesla, all right, on the way back to wherever they were going to. And this happened 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? I think it happened like about a year ago during the Pro Bowl, okay? Around that time. I remember doing the video. I do some other stuff though, another channel I do about some of the stuff that goes on here in Las Vegas, tourism stuff. But anyway, yep. That's going to be a real critical time because his birthday will be around the end of July. Then July 30th or 31st, that's when the training camps start. Also, the NFL has proposed a 6-game suspension for Alvin Kamara, okay? Let me tell you something. Not only that he's going to get taxed by the courts, but he's going to probably end up getting a nice, handsome lawsuit that he's got to give over. And from my understanding, it's like a $6.5 million lawsuit, okay? Because this guy, for damages, because this guy had one of the injuries, profound injuries, was he had a broken eye socket. Okay, so yeah, he's going to have to come out of pocket. But what pissed me off is, again, I told you about the 37-year-old man, and something about in an elevator. I guess they walked past a guy. Alvin Kamara allegedly threw an elbow, and next thing you know, they done beat this dude down. I think it was somebody that he knew. Probably when it's a nightclub, it's usually over probably some chick or whatever, or over women. But my thing is, why didn't the 37-year-old stop that guy? Stop Alvin Kamara, okay, at his tracks. You would think that the OGs or whatever, okay, would probably try to intervene and get those guys out of there. You know what I'm saying? Pull those guys out of there. But now you get older people, all right, that'll sit up there and jump right in it, trying to follow the younger people, okay, where they need to be setting the examples. And the bad thing about it is, all that success that Alvin Kamara had, a 5-time Pro Bowler, he's got like 5,500 yards, okay? He could be looking like an extension from, a franchise extension, okay, or a franchise tag from the New Orleans Saints. He played for the New Orleans Saints his whole career. I think he's like going to the 7th year, okay? The guy could have a baby on the way. He could be getting married, okay? There's times where these things happen where you can have everything in the palm of your hand. And one incident like that, you end up messing up everything for with you, and then you could end up ruining your career, perhaps ruining your tenure with that team, because that doesn't look good, okay, with the New Orleans organization. With this new commission that we have, though, too, well, not the new one, but, with the commission that we have, all right, that want to see things happen. And a lot of teams are taking account, okay, or they're taking action, okay? But you can have everything in the palm of your hands and end up losing it, all right? Because a lot of times if people are tested right before these things happen, I've made several videos about this. So this is what, I'm letting you know this because this is what Alvin Kamara is facing right now, okay? Let's see what happens. July 31st, I think that he'll be very, very lucky if he could beat this case, get through the suspension, and he's still a part of the New Orleans Saints. Because, he'll be 28. Once you start getting about 30, close to 30, you get in the league for about 7 years on the team, you start becoming expendable, okay? So I would say if he's able to survive this, to be very, very careful. All right, but let me know what you think about the video here, okay? It's something to stimulate thought, okay? Because these things come about right before you may receive your blessings. All right, stay tuned for Willie McGinnis. I'm going to make a video about him.